more expert tips on how to survive the NIH funding landscape. Align your research with this administration's priorities. It's always been an applicant's job to align their proposed research with what funders want. More than ever, you have to consider the priorities of the current administration. So how do you do that? You want to read strategic reports that have been issued recently, as in during this year, 2025, under this administration. And whenever possible, try to cite their goals in your grant application. You could even cite them verbatim as quotes. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to entirely change research direction, but it might mean adjusting your messaging. So for example, if you have typically written applications emphasizing outreach to underserved patient populations and DEI, consider pitching the research as reducing societal burden and cost incurred by a patient population that is disproportionately affected by a disorder. I'm not saying that this is a strategy that will work for everybody by any means, but it does pay whenever possible to educate yourself about what the current administration is citing as their priorities and potentially being able to point to those reports and priorities in your grant application, particularly in sections like the significance. For more expert tips on how to survive the NIH funding landscape, stay tuned.